What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be fixing our 2019 Buick Enclave because the check engine light came on. If your check engine light came on, this may be the video for you only if you got error code P0442, which means you have to fix your canister purge valve. You can go see if you have the error code at like an AutoZone, a local AutoZone, or any kind of place where you can get those things done. And today, if you need to fix this, you're going to need to buy a new canister purge valve. And so you can probably buy these things off of Amazon. They're a little cheap, not too expensive, but good enough. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And if you need us to do anything more videos on any other things that you need to figure out how to fix, just put it in the comments. And if you're enjoying this video or you enjoy this video, please subscribe and like. It really supports us and helps us out. So anyway, thanks and bye.
Okay, the first thing you need to do is you need to get this first screw out here. You can either use a star bit like this, which isn't the largest size, but it's right in the middle somewhere. Or I actually happen to have a flat screwdriver that fits perfectly in there and doesn't have any wiggle room, so I'm just going to use that because it's easier than getting out all my other tools. So you just take this screw out first. Then you take off the oil cap. There's just one little tension hold here that you just kind of pull on and it'll come off. And then I always like to put the oil cap back on just so you don't get any dirt in there. Okay, the next step is we're gonna need, this is the valve back here that we need to try to get to. So, and I need to try to get space to get to that bolt. So I'm going to try to take off these parts here to get me some room to get my wrench in there. Okay, the next part, it's hard to get the camera in there, but you want to take off the electrical connection first. And the part sits like this, back in there. So you need to reach around, and then there is a pinch fastener clamp on there. And if you can feel around, you'll feel it, and you push on it, and it'll release from this hook, and then you just pull it out. Okay, now that we got the electrical off, the next part is there's another clamp that's kind of on this. And we'll try to zoom in and show you kind of how you get that. You have to reach back in. You'll see this white little clamp. You have to push it up like that. It's kind of on a spring. You push it up, and then out, and it releases. And then you just kind of move that out of the way, and now you have access Okay, the next step is to get the bolt, and it's just a 11 millimeter, and it's a little bit tight in there, but once you break it loose, it unscrews really easy. But the problem is just getting your tool back in there. This isn't my favorite tool, but it fits. So. Then once you have the screw out, it's you just pull it off of the other. Just pull it out of the hole. There's the old one. It said it was gonna come with an AC Delco original, but it's a Bosch, and that's what I got from Amazon. Even though Amazon said it was AC Delco, but it's the same exact part. Okay, now we're just putting everything back the way we took it apart. So in reverse order. So you're just gonna find the hole, push that in, and then kind of turn it until you can line up this with the screw hole. Push it in as far as you can, and then you'll have to try to thread it. It doesn't turn as easily with your fingers because of those rubber gaskets, but once you get it lined up, you should be able to put the tool on there and get it screwed in. So you can feel with your fingers. I feel the screw hole, I feel the hole for the valve. Just push it in, you'll feel it pop. You kind of can line it up with the screw. There, I feel that. Give it a couple turns. If you can feel it threaded, so I'm gonna get my tool. Got that tight. And then it's just hooking up that other valve or other hose, and then the electrical, and then putting the parts back together. Okay, now we got the bolt tightened. We gotta find that hose, and this is the one that has that little white spring clamp on. So you slide it over the new one, and it just pushes on itself. The clamp moves on its own. And then where's the wire? Here's the wire. The little push clamp thing goes to the outside where that little triangle thing is. You hear it click and it's on. Everything seems tight and in place. So then it's just a matter of putting this back together. Okay, and this, bring the camera over here. There's just one of these posts that you just push that down on, and it'll fit back on. And this screw, that was another 10 millimeter. I forgot to say that earlier on. That's another 10 millimeter screw. Bring the cover back. Take off the oil cap again. That spot over here you need to push down and it locks in. Oil cap back on. And then this last screw. That's tight. One double check, make sure everything looks back together. And then very last step is we're gonna need to disconnect the negative from the, or just disconnect the negative from the battery for a little bit to kind of clear out that check engine light, and then rehook up the battery, and everything should be good to go, and hopefully that light doesn't come back on. Okay, now we just go over to the battery, and you go over to the negative side, loosen it up. It's another 10mm socket. Just pull it off for a little bit. All right, once you have the battery disconnected for a little bit, then you just put it back on, tighten it up strong, as tight as you can. That should clear out the check engine light, and hopefully it doesn't come back on.